I am continuing my reading. What I'm doing in this series is to read through the entire standard works of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. This consists of the Bible, the Book of Mormon, the Doctrine and Covenants, and the Pearl of Great Price. I am reading in a chronological order of events, not according to publication or volume, so I will be skipping around a bit as I move along. So now we will be reading the last chapter of Zephaniah. Zephaniah chapter 3. At the second coming, all nations shall assemble to battle. Men shall have a pure language. The Lord shall reign in their midst. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice. She received not correction. She trusted not in the Lord. She drew not near to her God. Her princes within her are roaring lions. Her judges are evening wolves. They gnaw not the bones till the morrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not. But the unjust knoweth no shame. I have cut off the nations. Their towers are desolate. I made their streets waste, that none passeth by. Their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. I said, surely thou wilt fear me, thou wilt receive instruction, so their dwelling should not be cut off, howsoever I punished them. But they rose early and corrupted all their doings. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, even all my fierce anger. For all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. For then will I turn to the people a pure language, that they may all call upon the name of the Lord, to serve him with one consent. From beyond the rivers of Ethiopia, my suppliants, even the daughter of my dispersed, shall bring mine offering. In that day shalt thou not be ashamed for all thy doings, wherein thou hast transgressed against me. For then I will take away out of the midst of thee them that rejoice in thy pride, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. I will also leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people, and they shall trust in the name of the Lord. The remnant of Israel shall not do iniquity, nor speak lies, neither shall a deceitful tongue be found in their mouth. For they shall feed and lie down, and none shall make them afraid. Sing, O daughter of Zion, shout, O Israel, be glad and rejoice with all the heart, O daughter of Jerusalem. The Lord hath taken away thy judgments, he hath cast out thine enemy. The King of Israel, even the Lord, is in the midst of thee. Thou shalt not see evil any more. In that day it shall be said of Jerusalem, fear thou not, and to Zion, let not thine hands be slack. The Lord thy God in the midst of thee is mighty. He will save, he will rejoice over thee with joy. He will rest in his love, he will joy over thee with singing. I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. Behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith the Lord. So verses 14 through 20, that last portion of the chapter, this is talking about, this is telling Israel and Judah to rejoice and praise God because of all the greatness he's doing for them, he's going to do for them. Before that, we get the destruction of the wicked, the condemnation of the people of various social classes. That's verses 1 through 7. 8 through 13 is the gathering of the armies of the kingdom so that God can destroy them. This is the whole earth will be gathered together, and the wicked will be destroyed. But those who call on God, those who are with God, they are brought out, and it says, I will leave in the midst of thee an afflicted and poor people. There will be the wicked of the earth oppress the righteous. So when God destroys the wicked, the poor and afflicted are left to rebuild. And then we get that last portion, which is Zephaniah saying, look, yes, you're going to be destroyed. You're going to be scattered. You're going to be persecuted. But in the end, God is going to redeem you. God is going to bring Israel back. and you will be the greatest people on earth. Now, there's nothing significant in the footnotes. They're all basically just referring to other scriptures or to the topical guide and things. There's a couple of things here. When it says in verse 4, her prophets are light and treacherous, light means wanton, they're light-minded, that kind of stuff. Violence to the law, that's talking about the Torah, the first 5 books of Moses. And then in verse 11, and thou shalt no more be haughty because of my holy mountain. Now that alternate Hebrew there, because alternate Hebrew is in. So again, the holy mount, my holy mountain, this is a reference to the temple. And so saying you will not be haughty because of the word because would indicate that the saints in the last days have become haughty and proud, saying, oh, look at us, we have these great temples. But no, this is saying, it's not a condemnation of the saints. It's saying, you will not be polluting my temple anymore. You will not be acting that way. Because all those who are acting that way will be destroyed with all the rest of the wicked. It's a simple change, but it does clarify things just a little bit. But this will finish out Zephaniah. And you will note that there was no Joseph Smith translations in Zephaniah. Apparently, his book was preserved fairly well. So we are actually going to turn now to the prophet Jeremiah, because Jeremiah begins his prophecies in the 13th year of Josiah, and in our histories, we do a time jump to the 18th year of Josiah. So we're going to read a little bit of Jeremiah next, and we will see you there.